What's up, everybody? How's it going? Good morning from Las Vegas. I got up at like 5 a.m. here to record this for you guys because I'm going to be tied up today. But it's something that I felt you guys desperately, maybe not desperately, you guys are pretty awesome, but it's definitely something that I felt that needed to be shared. Something that's impacted my life in a great way is my belief system and my confidence. And if I could pour that into the lives of other people, if I could literally bottle it up and I could manufacture it in these little bitty tubes and I could mass distribute that so people could literally drink it and they could get my belief system, my core just like desire, that burning passion inside of me, that confidence that things are going to be amazing, that I'm going to accomplish great things, that success is maybe something that I already possess, but I define success differently than most people. Everything that we're striving for, everything that we're doing comes from a belief that I had years ago when things weren't good, the things that I could see that nobody else could, when everybody was ragging on me, when I was down in the dumps, and people were telling me that I needed to do this and I needed to do this, I needed to do this. That core belief, that mental belief that all I had to do was keep moving forward because I could see something that other people couldn't, right? I knew something that was going to happen. I knew something was going to happen, and it didn't matter to me who saw it. The criticism, the crucifying, everybody that jumped down my throat and took the chance to, it's not something that the average person is going to just take. Most cases, when you get some of this, when you get the resistance that you often get in life, it wears on you socially. Most people, like, you're experiencing fear around video, and I'm proud of a lot of people that are really trying to jump on this video train and really hammer it, but you're so terrified of what other people think. And there's not that necessarily that inner belief system, but I'm watching some of you are actively gaining more and more and more and more confidence. And it's an incredible thing to be a part of. So again, if I could bottle this stuff up and I could distribute it, I absolutely would. But the only way that I can distribute it now is by speaking. And I'm going to speak to you over the next little bit about what's going on here and what's going to happen, what can happen in your life that can happen right now that can really, really predict where you're going to go in the future. I didn't have a lot, but I had some insane mental strength. And I've had that my entire life, which has been awesome. I'm very blessed. I grew up in a household that wasn't always the funnest to be around. I grew up with parents that had their own problems, right? I grew up in a split home. I grew up in this situation and that situation and la 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 la. I grew up in a garage. I slept on a couch most of my life. I I grew up and experienced things that most people shouldn't necessarily have to experience, but what it created was mental strength. I am stronger up here than the average person. I handle stress differently. I have more energy than most people. I can go and go and go and go and go without stopping. Well, I had a post the other day about fear, and I've been listening to a little bit of Tony Robbins stuff, Frank Kern, and some other stuff like that lately. And some of the stuff that you're going to see here today is definitely inspired because they have great ways of explaining things. Tony Robbins obviously is one of the best in the world, but you and I both have fear. The difference between our fear is that I fear what's going to happen if I don't. I fear what happened if I didn't come up with this program, if I didn't have this mastermind, if I didn't have this opportunity for us to connect on a deeper level. What might not happen in your life? Who might you not influence? Who might you not impact? The fear was very real to me. That's what kept me up at night and what keeps me up at night. If we don't do what we're supposed to, if I don't do what I'm supposed to, how am I going to help those people? That's what keeps me. If I don't get my ass in the gym, how am I going to get the body that I want? Most people don't know that there has not been a male in my family that's lived past the age of 60 to 65 on my father's side. 60 to 65. My papa, he is on my mom's side. He's in his 70s, which is great, but he's having heart troubles himself. What if I don't stay in the gym? What if I don't stay healthy? What if I don't continue to eat right? What if I continue what if I never gave up drinking? What would have happened? What if I never did these things? I feared what was going to happen if I didn't take the action, if I didn't do it. What's going to happen if I don't get that success? What's going to happen if I don't help those people? What's going to happen if I don't stay in the gym? What's going to happen? What is going to happen if I don't make the money I want to make? What's going to happen if I don't serve Christ like I do? What's going to happen if I don't tithe? What's going to happen if I don't serve people? What's going to happen if I don't help as many people as I possibly can while I'm on this earth? That scares the shit out of me. That's my fear. How do you fear? How do you fear? That shift can create powerful, powerful change. Anybody sitting here on this training now and in the future can be incredible. You are incredible. Success is already yours. It's been waiting on you. The life that you've always wanted, the house that you've wanted to build, the body you want to have, the vehicles you want to drive, the money you want to make, everything is waiting on you. All of it is yours. You just have to believe that it's yours. When I was going through bankruptcy, I knew this was not the end. This was a part. This was an education. The real thing's still coming. And it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy, because it wasn't easy to carry on that belief system. If everybody in my life, literally everybody besides Bridget, kind of like, hey man, you might want to think about getting a job. You might want to think about doing this. No, what? That's the farthest from the solution. I don't need to get a job. I need sales, right? I need to keep going. I need to keep providing value to the world. I need to keep becoming valuable myself. Whenever we say that business is nothing more than personal development and math, you guys have to understand that you are the value. You are the value. I tell you guys all the time, you're the difference. You're the difference. You are the value. You are the opportunity. And most people don't act like that. They'll take any job. They'll take any client. They'll take this. They'll take whatever the world throws at you. That's not how this should work. That's not how any of this should work. It's like that old woman Bejeweled Blitz commercial. That's not how any of this works. Seriously, guys, I want you to stop what you're doing, and I want you to sit back for a second, and I want you to understand that you are it. You are the value. People ask me why I spend 5 or 6 hours a day working on nothing but myself. I'm the value. I'm what's important. If I continue to become more and more and more educated and more valued, if I pour more information into this brain, I give you more actionable stuff that gets you real impactful change in your life, I thus can charge more. I don't want to go travel and be paid $5,000 to speak. I want 50 grand to walk on stage. I have to become more valuable. I have to bring it. Which is why I focus on me so much, which is why I spend every day reading, writing, in the gym, working on my relationships, working on my communication, working on everything. You're the value. So when you're not making time to take care of yourself, I want you to sit back for a second. I want you to understand how damaging that is. When you're placing other things for yourself, you're decreasing yourself in value. Isn't it weird how that works? But do you understand it? I don't care about anybody's excuses on this platform, and I think everybody by this point knows that. I don't care what's going on, so on and so forth. I've been through everything. I've been through the deaths. I've been through the families. I've been through being broke. I've been through all of it. And though it sucks, it's your mentality that's going to carry you through to where you want to go next. So as we press on, I want you to take this very seriously. I've dropped literally millions of dollars of advice across this computer platform in the last 15 minutes. If you use it, how big do you really want to be? How valuable do you really want to be? You need to make that decision. Do you want to be the biggest in the world? That's perfectly fine. What you need to understand and what you need to build out and really gain massive clarity on is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Why do you want to be that? Why? Why? When you write down your why, I want you to ask why. You want to make $100,000? Why? For my family? Why? Why? You guys, there is a lot of stuff that you need to understand, and we've gone over a lot of stuff in identity and so on and so forth, but you have to get clear on this because the path becomes clear. I've literally, I was having lunch with Hal the other day, and we were sitting there chatting, and this is the kind of stuff that we're chatting about. People don't get it. People don't think this way. And it's when you can make that shift and you can really plant yourself forward, you can get really clear on some things. Man, things just go nuts, right? Things go crazy. We are going to do $1 million in a month this year, and I believe that mentally. I've seen it. I don't need anybody else to believe that. Well, I mean, obviously my sales guys, my team, but they get that from me. The fish rots from the head down. From me is where everybody else comes and gets their belief. That's really, really powerful stuff. And I want to go into now some explanation behind what keeps the rich, what helps the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, your belief system. And this was explained in a very eloquent way by Tony Robbins, and I thought that it was very good for me to share it with you guys because it's definitely something that's played a major role in my life, and I think it's something that can play a major role in your life. It's just taking the action. Again, if I could bottle this stuff up, if I could just reach through the screen and give you a drink right now, and then boom, you had all the confidence in the world, you had all the belief in the world, I would absolutely do it. But this is the only way that I can pour it over to you, is by speaking. So I hope that this touches your heart today. I really, I hope that this touches your heart. I hope that you take this seriously, because if you do, it's going to make an incredible difference in your life. All right, let me get my screen pulled up here. All right, hopefully you guys can see the screen. You should be able to. So obviously we're in the mastermind. we're having a conversation. We're masterminding about belief, about your belief systems right now. Drinking my coffee, so sorry. Drinking my coffee. It's really still pretty early here in Las Vegas. All right. So when we look at our belief systems, one of the main things, and this is broken down into 4 boxes, right? One of the main things that we start with is the potential, right? Most of you invested in this program because of the potential. It wasn't necessarily real yet. It was just the potential of what could take place. So typically in anything in life, we start with our potential. We're going to go lose weight. Well, the potential. We're going to go buy a new house. The potential. You start with all of these belief systems. Usually you begin at potential. What's the potential? And then from that potential belief comes action, right? Then from action, you get your results. So your potential leads to your action, and action creates results. And then obviously we have your belief. So what you're seeing right here is a circle, right? Your potential works through your action creates your results, and the more results you get, the deeper your belief system, thus the more the potential, thus the more action that you take. And this is a vicious circle. Again, this is how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. If somebody's going backwards in life, it has the exact same effect. You start getting beat down and beat down and beat down and beat down. It's the same thing. It's your belief, potential, action, result. Belief, potential, action, result. Now, I want you guys to sit back for a second, and I want you to understand what this means. And I want you to directly relate it to something back in your life, because I know that you can. Most of which, again, I just said, the potential of what this program could do for you is doing for you, is what brought you here, thus leading to the action that you're taking, thus getting the result that you have, and thus increasing your belief in this and in yourself. Thus, again, the potential keeps rising, the action keeps rising, the result keeps going, the belief. Now, what's really, really important here is most people, right? Most people, if we're just looking at conscious belief, think, oh, I see this thing that's going to happen, I'm just going to take a lot of action, right? And they don't get the best result, thus their belief system weakens, thus the potential decreases, thus their action decreases, thus the result decreases. You see how that cycles right there. So what is an amazing way to increase your belief, thus increasing the potential, thus increasing the action, thus increasing the result, and creating that upwards cycle in life, is typically from getting results in advance, right? Results in advance, results in your head. And typically it's just what I just said. It's you creating the result, you being able to see something and believe it so in-depthly, so passionately, something that consumes you so much that there's no way that this just isn't going to work. There's absolutely no way that I'm not going to do this and this is not going to work. I knew in my heart and in my mind, no matter how bad it was 2-3 years ago, that all I had to do was continue to keep climbing, and I was going to get to exactly where I wanted to be. I knew it. I had the results in my head. Now, this is another mistake. People will say, okay, Grant, yeah, I'll play your game here, and they'll take this into account. They'll believe it's something. Obviously, they don't typically believe it. They won't get they won't take the action, they won't get the result, thus their belief system weakens, which typically comes from not allowing enough time. I'm going to do this for a day. I want a Mercedes G-Wagon. I know it's going to happen. I think about it all the time, but it's not going to happen in a day. It's not going to happen in a month. It may not even happen in 6 months. It might. I don't know. But I know that it's going to happen. Thus, my belief system is strong. I know the potential. Thus, I take a lot of action, and the result is going to be the result that I desire. I just have to continue to work for that. I want to build a house. I want to build a family. I want to build a business. I want to build a body. I want to build a lot of things. And I have very, very, very firm, strong belief in something that does not exist yet, something that is not currently mine, but I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. So when you look at this, you want to get massive certainty, massive clarity around what it is that you want. Why? 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 Why do you want this? That massive clarity, that certainty, that undoubtable confidence is going to build your belief system. And when you see the potential, you're going to take the action, you're going to get the result, and you're just going to keep that circle going. You're going to keep that moving. It is insane. This belief system is going to take you places that you've never even imagined. But I wanted you to understand how it works. Most people don't think like this. And this is laid out in a way that's very clear, very concise. That's why I borrowed this from Tony Robbins. It's an incredible way to share with you how we typically work as human beings, how our belief systems dictate what happens in our lives. And we have belief systems about things that we don't even know that we have belief systems about. And so I want to do an exercise right now. If you're watching this training, I want you to turn the volume up. I want you to turn the volume up on your computer, and I want you to stand up. Okay, I want you to stand up. In 1 second. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pull my screen back up. Okay, I want you to stand up. Get up. Stand up right now. Again, turn the volume up so you can hear me. Now, I want you to put your feet touching each other, center of the floor. And I want you to point your arm out just like this. Put your arm out straight as you possibly can. Now, as comfortably as you can, I want you to turn, feet stationed just where they are. Just turn as comfortably as you can all the way around. Okay? Sorry, hit a chair. So, you started here, turn around. I want you to point as far as your body can comfortably turn with your feet positioned. Right? Now, pay attention to where you stop. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just stand in the same position you're standing in. Feet, don't move them. Put your arms to your side. And I want you to close your eyes. Okay? Close your eyes. Now, without moving at all, don't move. Keep your arms to your side, your feet still. I want you to visualize that same movement. I want you to right now in your mind just act like you're doing it in your mind, but don't actually move your hands, don't actually move your feet, don't actually move your body, but actually act like you're the act of doing it. I want you to, in your mind, I want you to turn as far as you can. All right? Okay, now eyes remain closed. Same thing. I want you to turn again, but this time I want you to go farther. I want you to imagine yourself going twice as far as you did, right? That your body is same position. I want you to imagine yourself going. Same action, your arm comes up. Obviously, physically keep your hands down. Just visualize that your body turns twice as far as it could. That your shoulders, that your arm, whenever you turn around and point it, went twice as far as it possibly could. Okay? Now, eyes remain closed, right? You should not have opened your eyes at any moment through this. Eyes remain closed. One last time in your mind, I want you to make the turn, but I want you to be like an owl, right? I want you to act like you're turning all the way around, like complete 180, 360 degrees. Sorry, completely turning around, just like an owl, just like with an incredible belief system, just like when a kid's growing up. You just measured me, Mom, last week. I know, but I got to be taller now. I got to be taller. I have to be. I want you to imagine yourself turning all the way around. Okay. Now I want you to open your eyes. Feet still, feet still positioned where they should be. Open your eyes. Right? Now, again, physically, I want you to bring your arm up and I want you to turn as far as you can, comfortably. Turn as far as you can. Go ahead and do it. Turn as far as you can. Now, what happens in every instance where I've ever seen this is that you typically go 25 to 50% farther than you did the first time. And so I have to ask, why didn't you go that far the first time? Right? when we sit here and we have the conversation and we say we have belief systems about things we didn't even know we had belief systems about, it's so incredibly real. When you just saw that movement with your body, you knew how far you could go. At least you thought you did. And then when you sat back for a second and you visualized and you practiced and you overexerted and you gave more of yourself, you took more action in your mind, you woke back up and you turned around, you went 25 to 50% farther than you went the first time. You could have gone that far the first time, right? We have belief systems about things that we don't even know we have belief systems about. And I'm saying all this to say, you guys are you guys are capable of amazing, amazing things, big things that are more than you could have ever even imagined. But your belief system, right? Your belief system has kept you in a situation. Your belief system currently has determined your result, right? Remember the image that I sent you and save it if you need to. But if you can get massively clear, if you can get very certain on why and what, the what and the why, if you can get really clear on those things, it's going to, as I showed you in that diagram, it's going to dictate a lot of things. It's going to dictate your belief, which is going to dictate the potential, which is going to dictate the action, which is going to create the result. And again, it's a vicious circle. You're just going to keep going and going and going and going. Guys, you are all amazing, amazing people. And I know you're capable of things that you don't even maybe see yet. But I want you to take back, I want you to sit back, and I want you to really visualize what it is that you want and why you want it. Because I think that just in this little exercise, things may have shifted a little bit in your life. Your mind may have gotten just a little bit clearer. Your goals may have just gotten a little bit higher. Believe in something that you can't even see yet. That's what goals are. And let that take that action. Let that be that action that drives and gets you results. And just keep going. Keep moving forward. It's not, may not happen tonight. It may not happen tomorrow, and it may not happen next week. But keep going. Keep believing in you. You are so capable of doing so much more than you're thinking about doing right now. And a part of being here and a part of being right in this moment and being attached to me and being in this mastermind, I'm going to challenge you because I believe in you, because I know what you're really capable of, which is so much more than you're doing now. I'm capable of so much more than I'm doing now. And I'm hitting 5-10 cities a month. I'm in different time zones almost every week. I have to go away from my family. I have to do a lot of things, but we all, and especially in my family, we understand where we're going. We know and we believe it with everything. Everything in my body, I know exactly where I'm going, and I believe it. I believe it 100%, and nobody and nothing can strip me of that. I've proven that time and time again. You guys, you are freaking killers. You guys are it. You are the value. You are the opportunity. I can't overemphasize this enough, but I think you guys get the picture. I want you to post in the group after you watch this. How has this helped you? What clarity did this bring you? Did your goals raise up? How much more are you going to do? How much more are you capable of? I want you to post that in the group. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope that you guys are having an amazing day up to this point. I hope this made it better. I think that you guys are going to do some incredible, incredible, incredible stuff, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. I hope you all have an amazing day. If you have questions, post them in the group. Post your homework in the group. You guys are awesome. Keep being awesome. Get better. Do better. Be better. You are it. You are the value. You guys are going to do incredible, incredible things.